Hello, welcome to the Lampizator Aphrodite tutorial. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. We are broadcasting live from the Warsaw factory of Lampizator, and we're going to talk about Aphrodite duck. And we decided to make movies because we live in a visual era where some people find it easier to watch the YouTube video, showing them maybe the more difficult or less obvious, less intuitive aspects of operating the duck. So please check our channel on YouTube, where we will present 12 films, and these 12 films will go step by step in the through the process, and we decided to break it into 12, so you don't need to watch one hour video, just 12 2-3 minute movies that will give you precisely detailed information about the subject that you're interested. The subjects I listed briefly will be obviously the unpacking, and it will be the placement of the duck on the shelf and within the system. Number 2, it will be installation of aftermarket footers. If you wish to install them, we will show how to do it. Movie number 3, it will be setting up the tubes, unpacking the tubes and properly seating them in the duck. Number 4 is the first start, so applying the power to the duck and going through the countdown and through the first display and your accommodation to the functionality and the logic of the display. Number 5 is operating the buttons which are on the front panel. You're gonna have buttons which will give you some functionality without the remote, and it's important to understand these buttons, and I will explain why. Number 6 is using the remote control. Aphrodite remote control is quite large and it has many functions, and it is quite sophisticated. It is unlike any remote you've ever seen because there is logic that applies precisely to the functionality of the Aphrodite duck. So it's important to understand the remote to avoid frustration. And then number 7, in the movie number 7, we will talk about some parameters which can be set via the remote control, like the filters, the modulators, the absolute phase, muting, input selection, and stuff like that. So modulators is movie number 7, and the parameters. Movie number 8, we will talk about tube rolling. We will try to list some do's and don'ts about tube rolling, the possible problems, and we will encourage you to do it wisely, and we will try to discourage you from doing it the wrong way. Number 9, movie number 1, is operation via LAN input. All the inputs are pretty intuitive. You just select the input and press play, and that's all. While the LAN, the Ethernet operation, requires maybe a small comment. But if you understand what we are doing and how, that will be very easy, and some people swear by the superiority of LAN over any other input in the duck. Movie number 10 will be rune settings. We have to address the issues with rune, which parameters to choose, how to set them, what is important, what is not important, and we feel that it would be very silly if somebody would listen to the duck for a year or two only to discover that he was listening with the wrong setting and missing the ultimate quality. Number 11 is changing the voltage from 230 volt to 115, and vice versa. If you have to sell the duck or ship it to another continent, or if you're moving home, if you're from America moving to Canada now, maybe you want to change the voltage. And then changing of firmware. Number 12. Movie number 12 will show you how to update the firmware. We have a provision for changing the firmware. It's not very intuitive, and it's not being done over the network. You have to physically plug in the memory card. So please stay tuned. Choose the movie that interests you, and if you watch all 12 of them, we'll give you a medal, and that will be a special reward given later. Thank you very much.